Ahoy there, mateys! Today we'll be looking quite closely at the small and fuzzy game, Everdell. This is a cute one. This game sets up around the resource dispensing Evertree, and you attempt to build a tiny city using said resources to play cards into your tableau. Creating a wee little place to call home. You start with a couple of animal workers, and guess what? One of them is a turtle. You know which one I play? On your turn, you can place them in appropriate spots to load up on materials. If it's a closed circle, only one woodland meeple can occupy it. But if it's open, then many can pile in there, including more of yours. The icons tell you what you'll be plundering if you place a worker there. Oh, and by the way, these guys stay there until the season ends, and a new one starts. But more on that in a second. The top main area will get you twigs, resin, pebbles, berries, or even cards. These cards have costs that allow you to play them, naturally. Some are structures, and some are critters. And once they join your crew, they go to work for you. Some of these cards have a place to put a worker to give you more options. And if there's an open sign on it, other players can put theirs there too. And the best part about that is you get a VP token whenever they do, which in the collector's edition are metal. But not to worry, getting money for people landing on your property is the most like Monopoly this one gets. Some of the structures even grant you the ability to play the critter that pairs with it for free. I can swing that. Just mark that structure with an occupied token to show that its one-time effect has been used for the duration of the game. Also, check the color of the icon when playing a card. If they have a green icon, you can collect the listed resources. In fact, when seasons change, they'll activate again, if it says so. The tan traveler has a one-time effect. The red are the destinations, where you can place a meep. Blue governance cards react to other events, so check for when and how to use them. Finally, purple prosperity, which gives you a VP boost. You can also play a card from the communal meadow area. It's just like having that card in your hand. Just remember to refill the space if you grab one. Just gonna clean that up. On your turn, you'll place a worker or play a card. But if you can't, or just don't want to do that, you have a third option. The season ends for you, and you only. You'll bring any deployed workers back, as well as collecting new resources, as indicated by the season space on the top of the Evertree, and await your next turn. So on each of your turns, you'll be doing one of these three things. The main purpose of the game is to pump up those victory points, and generally be more awesome than the other players when the game ends. That shouldn't be a problem for you, though. And the end is dictated by the arrival of next winter, when plants just don't seem to feel like growing anymore. The best way to accrue this luscious VP is through card combinations, because some grant each other bonuses. Always read that card text. You've got to think on your feet, mates, because if you stick to nickel and diming it, you're likely to fall behind. However, this gives an advantage to players who know their way around the game a little better, so make sure that's you, because they'll know which cards to save their limited resources for. You've got to know the value of a pebble. Another way of racking up those points is with events. Think of them as achievements unlocked. The basics show how many of that color card type must be in your city to claim it, whereas the specials tell you at the top which cards you need to have in play. When you hit the mark, move the event adjacent to your city and place a worker on it. Use these as your goals and work toward them. One card may say, if you have this other card, this one will work better. Whilst another may say that if you have both of those cards, then this one gets even more, even better. And the events factor into this too, so have a plan. Well, these be just some basics to get you on your way, but there's lots more to discover when you get there. Everdell is adorable. It's charming, and has possibly the most clever card and token holder hitting tables these days. I can see why people have such strong feelings about this one either way. But it's one I'll be playing again for sure. Well, that's it. Time to go a-foraging for that next big win. Yarr!